Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed Shlita. Well, here we are midweek as we continue our learning. Please continue davening for Chalei Tzvah Yisrael, for Shalom Chol B'Tzvah Yisrael, the safety of our brothers and sisters in Israel. We learn each day like Nishmat and Daniel Shimon Harav Durum V'Shlosh Hangudam Mo. Next halacha concludes this chapter, and we move right into Tisha B'Av after that. Shavua Shechal Bo Tisha B'Av Nidcha D'Yom Rishon. Din Shavua Shechal Bo Tisha B'Av Nogei L'Menega Makilim. So when we talk about the week in which Tisha B'Av falls, which talks to those who are lenient, Shu Minhagam Shel Riyov Teisfarad, which are really mostly applies to the Sephardic community. Lefiv Ein Mistaprim Mechabsim B'Shavua Shechal Bo Tisha B'Av. So according to that opinion, we don't take haircuts or do laundry, etc., only in the week in which Tisha B'Av falls, K'divrei HaMishnah, like the Mishnah says in Tainus. V'chein Ein Misrachtzin Az B'chamin L'tanag, also no bathing in hot water. Here's the question. So I'll just phrase a few outside and look at it inside. What happens when Tisha B'Av falls on Sunday? Is there a week in which Tisha B'Av falls or not? So Kasher Tisha B'Av Chal B'Yom Rishon Ein B'Os Hashanah Shvua Shechal Bo Tisha B'Av. So when Tisha B'Av actually falls on Sunday, which means that the 9th of Av is on Sunday, and we'll see why this distinction is important in a second. So Ein B'Os Hashanah Shvua Shechal Bo Tisha B'Av. So that year, then there will be no designation of a week in which Tisha B'Av falls, Kikfar b'Motzai Shabbos, Maschal Tzom Tisha B'Av, because as soon as the week begins, which is right after Shabbos, it's already Tisha B'Av, because this fast starts at night. And as soon as all of the restrictions of the 3 weeks, all of the morning restrictions were finished on the 10th of Av, which we'll get to eventually, but then all the mourning of the 3 weeks is concluded. But here's the next distinction, which is why this is important. Sometimes the 9th of Av actually falls on Shabbos, which means that the fast is not observed on the 9th of Av, it's observed on the 10th of Av, it's pushed off, it's a nidcha to Sunday. So since the 9th of Av is actually Shabbos, so the question is, according to the Smag, then the week in which Tisha B'Av falls, forget about when Tisha B'Av is observed, but the week in which Tisha B'Av falls would be the week leading up to that Shabbos. The Dasra of HaPoskim, the opinion of most Poskim, however, is Shedinit Shavua Shechal Bo Tisha B'Av Einem Chalem B'Os Hashanah, that it would be like a regular when it falls on Sunday, and therefore the week of Tisha B'Av does not apply in that year. Because we don't look at the date, but we look at when the fast is observed, and since that year the fast is observed on a Sunday, then the same thing applies. And this is the way we accustom ourselves. They could do laundry the entire week leading up to Shabbos Chazon. As far as shaving goes, we should be strict not to shave in the week before Tisha B'Av, so that they should enter into the week of Tisha B'Av and Tisha B'Av itself with at least a noticeable, recognizable way that you're observing the Avelis in your face, meaning that you haven't shaved. And someone whose fathers had the custom to take a haircut or to shave during the 9 days, and he wants to be makel, he wants to be lenient in this week, so then he has upon whom to rely. But it's just a technical halachic distinction whether we consider Shavua Shechal Bo Tisha B'Av when there is only a Sunday where Tisha B'Av is either fasted upon or observed because it's the day, or it was just pushed off from the day before. So this does happen more years than you realize. We had it a couple of times the last couple of years. This year, Tisha B'Av is on a Thursday. Of course, the 3 weeks begins tomorrow with the fast of Shivas B'Tamas. So these halachas are quite timely and appropriate. So it's also appropriate for us to continue davening for Chalei Tzvah Yisrael, for Shalom Chol B'Tzvah Yisrael, the safety of the brothers and sisters in Israel. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time.